everybody, welcome to Smashing Game Time. We are two brothers that like to play video games together. I am your host, Nick. I am joined by my brother who is also a host. His name is Josh.
Wait, am I a host or am I a co-host?
I think when there's a co-host, that insinuates that there's another co-host. We're half hosts. We're each half of a host.
We're half host, half man?
Half host, half man. That song, Josh just introduced me to half horse, half man before this. Now it's stuck in my head.
And he's welcome.
I'm going to listen
to it. For those
to
who aren't aware, OCT, half horse, half man. You'll enjoy it. Best 3 minutes of your life.
It's pretty good. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's fun. It's fun.
And that was not advertisement.
We need more sketch comedy. And
Yes.
I'm not just saying that because I have a sketch album
Now
out.
this is an ad.
Now this is an ad. Now the ad, here is the ad for you. No, sketch comedy is good just because I don't know. I'm kind of growing tired of improv. Stand-up suck. Stand-up is just guys getting up there like, what's the deal with, and it's just like SpongeBob curses like with the dolphins.
Yes.
What's the deal with, I can't do a dolphin to save my life.
I mean, honestly, as of lately, I mean, I'm talking like the past, 4 or 5 years minimum. And I'm just saying that just to throw a number out there at this point. I can't really tell you of one that was like really impressive. Like there was like ones that came out and it's like, okay, well, it's Dave Chappelle. It's
even the new Chappelle, he's just got an axe to grind. It's like, man,
right.
Look, I get
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like it's because of the name. The name gives it a little more, like it's like when we all thought Kevin Hart was hilarious.
Well, we were all dumb kids who didn't actually have good taste, and it's like everyone liking Dane Cook back in the day. But on to Dave Chappelle, like he got in a lot of trouble for telling a trans joke. How long ago was it? 2017, 2016. It was during his comeback. It was probably the second tour. He got in trouble for telling that joke, and then he doubled down and just kept doing those jokes. And the thing is, they're not good jokes. Like you can find good jokes talking about anything, and they're just not good jokes. Like I watched the last special he did where he was talking about doing comedy in Saudi Arabia. And he's telling these jokes about like, they're not much different than you and I. They laugh at jokes, da da da. I mean, it was good. He's a good storyteller. But then he gets to a point where like he's got a falcon, and the falcon attacks the one trans audience member, and they're just everyone in the audience is just laughing. It's just like, what? You were telling a good joke, like you were telling a good story that had some good jokes here and there, and then you're like, oh, you thought I was gonna change and thought I was gonna stop doing those jokes, but I'm gonna keep doing them. It's just like, man, look, you could have.
Not only that, but the fact that he threw in like Saudi Arabia, it's like, okay.
Well, he had to talk about it because I mean it was the one right after they all had done that. But I mean the whole thing is like he left the Chappelle show because he felt like, I mean the quote from Time magazine was, I felt like people were laughing at me and not with me. And now post 2016, his career is getting everyone to laugh at this subset of people, at this group of people, at this minority group of people, and not with those people. And so it's just like, what are you doing, man? Like you've become what you hated. You've become what you hated. The audience,
Clayton Bixby,
the white guy that made you uncomfortable back in 2003, that was laughing way too hard at the black pixie joke, that made you uncomfortable and quit your show. You are now that man, Dave. You know that, right? I'm gonna stop talking about comedy because I hate people who talk about comedy. So now I hate myself. But podcasts are also the same way for me right now. I have a handful I listen to. And it's bored, man. It's all boring. I've been listening to more books on tape lately.
Honestly, I've just not really, I mean, besides our stuff, just to make sure I'm doing the right things that we promised, because I forget a lot.
Are you a sick fuck that listens to podcasts? Your own podcast?
Well, I'll start it and I'll go to like the last like 15 minutes to make sure I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing Rusviet for the next.
You forgot your homework. You have to go.
Yeah.
God damn it! I have to go check Blackboard, and I've got to. I didn't.
Well, I have 3 options, and I'm like, well, I can. I have a little more of a quarter of a chance of getting the right one, but let's just go ahead and do the right thing and listen and make sure I'm doing the right one.
Well, it's not like you can count on the transcription that YouTube gives it, because I think that's all AI at this point. You know, like,
I'm like,
it wants me to give someone a rusty trombone. Okay, I guess. Sure. Oh God, what's he gonna say?
CKY. What does that mean?
CKY. I love that band. They're so good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love that song. I can't
No, it's
help it.
okay. But yeah, so like, and even then when I pick the news, I try not to go like for the big stuff because like everybody's hearing that and talking about it. Like all of my feed right now, because I was excited about. We're gonna go and talk about it now a little bit, but Kingdom Hearts or D23 being, we had D23 this week, and I saw Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, I'm a fanboy. I was like, yeah, I'm down for the mouse. Let's do it. Let's
I
give me this animation, give me this new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. Like, come on.
gonna be honest, I don't like D23. Just like I don't like Astrobot. Like, I like Astrobot because I like playing it with my son, and if my son was watching D23, I'd watch it with him and be like, "Whoa, uh, Incredibles 3, wow,
Frozen 3, Lilo and Stitch
wow."
2.
But I
Like,
just
first off, Lilo and Stitch 1 didn't do that great of a job. Why are we doing the second one?
the remake made enough money that they're like, we have to do this again."
Uh, I mean, I was happy about Incredibles 3. I don't care what anybody says. Like,
It's a
honestly,
good
I'm
series.
happy it's faster than it was for between 1 and 2.
But the thing about D23 is it just feels so phony, and I just know,
It
like,
is.
the audience is filled with Disney adults that, like, would point at, like, paint drying if it had Pixar on top of it or
Oh,
something.
100%. Like I said, I
Pixar
wasn't watching it.
presents Paint
Trust me,
Drying in
I wasn't
theaters summer
watching it.
2032.
I just happened to see an article pop up, and I was like, "Oh, they announced that." And I just looked at it. I was like, "Oh, this is really cool. I'm excited." And I watched the trailer. I was like, "Yeah, this looks awesome." That's the only thing I was hyped for with that. Other than that, I was like, "Oh, Incredibles 3, cool. Frozen 3, okay." Like,
I saw
I get it. You're trying to milk it, but damn.
I saw a few Pixar things in there that, like, the Pixar movie that comes out in 2032, I believe. No, 2030. There was a Pixar movie that's a little ways out that I was like, "Oh, that sounds really cool."
It, is it sad that even though they showed a bunch of Doom in there, I have not really heard much on it. Like, I've
Doom?
heard more Kingdom uh, Doomsday
Oh, yeah.
Avengers.
Man, Doomsday, I'm just that movie feels like it's gonna make a bunch of money, but everyone's just gonna be it's gonna make a bunch of money and everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, that sucked."
Well, I you know what I mean. It's yeah, it's gonna suck. I mean, compared to like Spider-Man, that's blown a billion out of water and
Have you
is
seen
still
it yet?
growing. Uh, between us, and I got to keep it quiet. I'm taking Andy on Saturday for a little dinner and a movie.
I thought you that's not I mean, sure, you're
You know,
surprising
I'm keeping
surprising
it a
your
surprise
wife.
for Andy.
You're
Yeah,
surprising your wife, but the way you looked
she's
at
right
it,
above me. I
the
can't be too loud. She'll hear it and
the
she'll be
way
like,
you were
"We're on
getting
a
at it, I was like,
date."
"This motherfucker's about to sneak away one day."
No, if I was gonna do that, it'd be during the day. I don't
It's
go to night
it's alright.
movies.
I like it. It's alright.
I mean, but still, like to me, it's like, oh, we're keeping it like I feel like since Endgame, all of these movies have been like, "Oh, this is multiversal. This is gonna affect everybody and everything." It's like, no, Spider-Man feels just very much like, "Hey, this is Hell's Kitchen."
The issue with multiverse stuff is that when anything is possible, nothing feels possible.
Right, and especially with there now being like I mean, obviously Doom's supposed to be the replacement, but like Kang was supposed to be this big threat. And like we've seen that with like the end what was it, the end of
Well, in
Quantumania where we saw the Coliseum of them.
he beat I mean, but also he gets beat by Ant-Man and Quantumania, so I'm like, well, when a bad guy gets beat by fucking your B tier Ant-Man, like
Hold on now. Like, yes, you're not wrong, but also come on. Put respect where respect is due.
that's like someone hyping up like a new saga about Garlic Jr. after he just got bodied by Piccolo and Gohan and Krillin. And you're like, why would I give a shit that Garlic Jr. is coming back? They're just going to stomp him again.
Because he captured Goku all the powerhouses and it's just Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien.
Wait, that really happened, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what
I
happened.
think I might have just remembered that he came. I don't know. Nothing stays dead, Josh.
Yeah, because
Nothing stays dead.
he well, that's every fucking franchise out there. Everybody has their demons, and guess what? They either stay that enemy and just come back a little more powerful, or my favorite, they become best friends.
Oh, we're friends. We have to work together. We hate each other, but we're going to work together.
I mean, look at Vegeta and Goku. They say they're training, but really they're 69 and 3,500 days at a time in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Hot, hot.
Right?
Can like
You think
if you have sex in the hyperbolic time chamber, first of all, do you have the child while you're in there?
yes.
Second of all, Like, cause okay, so inside the hyperbolic time chamber moves really slow, but on the outside, it would be like you're moving even slower, right? No,
So in the
it's normal
inside, you
speed.
go. It's in normal. Well, it's normal speeds happening on the outside. So what happens is the time is compressed. Inside the hyperbolic time chamber, I think it's you go through like a whole entire year within a 24-hour span.
Yeah, is it a week or a day? Is it a
I
day?
thought it was a whole no, because there's like with the Cell Saga, they each take a turn taking 3 days in the hyperbolic time chamber to train
Mhm,
because they can't find Cell and the androids are hiding. So they're like, okay, this is a good opportunity to start training and get ready for this shit to go down. Because
mhm.
honestly, right now as we are, the androids kicked our asses, and we need to be a little more powerful. And the only one who can handle any of them is Piccolo, and even then, he's over there butt fucking Android 17,
Is Piccolo like oh,
18,
they were bros.
17. Yeah,
Krillin
well,
ate it was
they
Krillin,
respected each other.
not Piccolo.
No, no, no. Piccolo and 17 basically fight when they're going to try to find Goku to kill him, and he meets them at Master Roshi's house. And he's like, "You
Mhm.
know what? Come this way, and I'll show you where Goku's at." And he pulls out his pants.
Oh, Piccolo. The
And they were evenly footed. They were fighting each other the whole time, and then all of a sudden Cell comes in and absorbs 17.
I don't know how we got on to Dragon Ball Z. It might have been me.
We were talking about frenemies, enemies becoming frenemies, becoming
But to
69ers.
take it but to ta but I'm gonna segue using your word, but, uh, fucking Doomsday, it's gonna make gobs of money. It's gonna be everything's FM radio now. You know how bad FM radio is? But everything
Mhm.
on FM radio is a hot like, Josh, if it's popular, it must be good, right? If it's popular, it must be good.
No,
Oh, did I
no.
get
I mean,
I got
I,
really
I'm
red
I'm
all of a sudden. I think you got me mad.
I got you bad. I'm excited to see if we see Thor die and Deadpool cry. I want to see if that happens here because I have a feeling we are.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, because have you not seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
Uh-uh.
There's literally in like the first 15 minutes when there's the TVS or TVA is showing Deadpool like all these different things that happen in the timeline. He goes, "Wait, is that Thor? Am I crying? Why am I crying over Thor?" And that's the joke for the whole entire movie is he wants to know why he's over Thor crying.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna, and I figured this is it because within this trailer with him swinging and Doom catching the hammer, the axe with his fingers. It's like, "Yeah, I think you're gonna die here." Chris Hemsworth's contract's finally up, and he said, "Yeah, no, unlike the rest of my co-stars, I'm actually quitting."
The way that second trailer plays, like, it seems like they show Thor in it so much, it makes me feel like he's gonna be in 10 minutes before he drops dead.
I feel like within the first half of the movie, he's dead. Well, first half of the movie, we're just gonna see all this shit happen, and we're gonna be like, "Well, what the fuck?" Like, nothing's explained, and then the last half of the movie is explaining what's happening, like pretty much like catch up. Like, hey, this is all the stuff that's happened that's led up to this, and it's gonna segue into Secret Wars.
I can't do it, man. I just remember Infinity War. I saw Infinity War twice in theaters, and I was tired by the end of it. I was just like, "This is nonstop. This is too much. There's too many people on
It's
screen."
too many people. I mean,
I get it. This is the amalgamation of everything you guys have been building towards.
but at the same time, like
I can't, man.
they've done nothing to connect the dots.
No. But they're gonna hand wave it and be like, "Look, the multiverses all existed, remember? Hey, those X-Men from, like, 30 years ago, they're here." And that's really, like, really it's kinda like what got me bored with Rick and Morty for a little bit, was that, like, everything's possible, so nothing is possible. And that goes into it goes into the nihilism of the show where, like, nothing matters, so you have to make something matter. And
But see,
I've come back on the show, like, I've never been I wasn't one of those people, it's like, "Season 4 through 6 suck, I'm mad, I'm
no,
angry,
but I
bring me
think
back my Szechuan sauce, please."
but I think the writers did a great job with this past season because before it was like, okay, to an extent, we have this finite curve and there's only so many. And I think with the introduction of breaking out of the finite curve and then just shit going to hell, I think it's kind of like, oh, we've unlocked all these other new possibilities. Now this is not so much a finite curve. This is now an infinite curve. There's so many possibilities and so much endlessness.
Well, and the new season with the alcoholism in it, like, it also kinda dabbles in the, yeah, anything is possible, but people really don't change, and that you have all these multiverses to be
Yeah, like,
be
just
a better,
because where
different
there's
person
right. Like,
doesn't mean
just
you're going to
because we
be.
have all these doesn't mean that we're gonna be. Like, yeah, we're gonna be the same people deep down inside. Rick's always gonna be alcoholic. Morty's always gonna be this shitty toxic person. Summer's always gonna be this clinger and this um person who just has to always be better than everybody
So
else.
Summer's a pick me.
Yes.
Morty's
Jerry's
also
just
a pick me, and then Jerry. I
he
think
is, but
Jerry.
he's more of a toxic pick me.
I think Jerry. Well, Jerry's a worm.
Yeah,
Jerry's
he's
literally
a
a worm.
he literally eats the shit, and he also is afraid of everything. Like, I mean, yeah, he looked so much cool in Mort's universe, but guess what? He was afraid of losing his family,
Mhm.
and he was afraid to lose it again with Morty. And then Beth is just a I need to be anchored to somebody at all times because I don't have that. She didn't have it with her father. She lost it with her mother.
Yep. We should just do a whole episode where we rank every episode of Rick and Morty.
That sounds like a
Every
very big task.
90. I think it's
So, I
91
mean,
episodes. You know,
yeah.
we'll throw in the anime just to make it an even 100.
Oh, I haven't seen any of the anime
I've
though.
started the anime. It's an anime. It's an anime
Yeah.
ass anime, Josh. What are we doing today? We're gonna talk some games. We're gonna talk some news. Got a meme as always, and then we're gonna talk the Rusviet campaign from Iron Harvest to continue our Iron Harvest book club. I've also got I reached out to my Discord channel that I don't use as much as I used to, and I got some stuff here from some Iron Harvest people that I'm gonna read. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right, let's do some chores and then let's get into the meat and potatoes. Smashing Game Time is wherever you get your podcast. We are on Apple, Spotify, YouTube Podcast, and YouTube Proper. So, yeah, and on YouTube Proper, you can see our lovely faces. Mine's really red right now. Josh must have pissed me off or something. He must have
Yes.
made me. It was the Dragon Ball Z talk. That's what it was.
Honestly, it must have been.
Fuck the algorithm, tell a friend. We do not fuck with the machines. Word of mouth is king here with Smashing Game Time. Be a human. Do human shit. Stop letting the machines decide everything for you. Dumbass. That's it. Those are the chores.
Yeah.
Those are the chores. We've got some games here we've been playing. Josh, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first because mine probably will be a little bit quicker than yours. I feel like at least two of them of yours are fairly new.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go first because yours probably a little more to talk about. Gears of War 2 with Matt. We hadn't played nearly as much since last time we talked. We just so I remember where did we leave off with you guys?
You were. I think you were getting ready to get to the worm.
Okay, so we finished the worm.
Okay.
And we just finished. So we did the worm. We got out of the worm. We got into the transportation vehicle to go to. God, where did they go from there?
Oh, so you get out because before the worm is when you go and find the sires, right? Or are you heading to the sires now?
So we just did the sires. We finished
Okay.
the sires.
Okay. So then after the sires is basically now you're going to get Maria.
Yeah, so we're right before we go to Maria. We're kind of still like we're in the middle of the sires. I think we're like towards the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game is very. I
remember now. We finished the ocean where you fight the fish, the giant fish.
So, but
Not
you're still
ocean,
having
but the cave.
the Leviathan.
Yes, we fought the Leviathan. We were working our way through the cave to get towards the people who were taken, but we hadn't gotten to them yet because that's where Maria's at.
Okay. So yeah, I think that game from Act 1 to Act 4 very memorable. And then Act 5 is just kind of forgettable in that one.
Well, Act 5 is just the whole climactic of, even though the whole entire game they're talking about sinking Jacinto, we're going to do that.
We're going to do it. And I mean, you do find out that there's a civil war going on between the Lambent and the not the Swarm, the Locusts. And so that's pretty cool. But then you ride your Brumok into the emulsion and it becomes an emulsion monster. And the final boss fight is kind of just you can't fail. Shoot your hammer of dawn at it. Game over.
Yep.
So maybe that final act isn't as forgettable as I'm thinking, but that final part in that act is terrible.
I just remember it's like, "Oh, we're gonna head to Jacinto to pick up the Hammer of Dawn." I think, yes, you're going there to pick up the Hammer of Dawn because you plan on using it to sink the city.
Mhm.
And then it's like, well, the whole what I mean, if you were gonna plan on doing this, why wouldn't you just have let them do it and just have your shit already evacuated? I'm just gonna be that guy.
Wha
Like, you had to take care of the worm. That makes sense. You take care of the
why are
worm, you end it.
why are you doing it? We're gonna do it. We're sinking our
Yeah.
city.
No, no, no. We can seek it ourselves, okay? We don't need no man.
We don't need no man. And they sink it, and then it ends up not really doing anything for that. It's another
It
it just it
it's
em
another
it em literally
light mass bomb.
the
It's literally another light mass bomb, but it does
cog
absolutely
cannot
nothing.
get out of their way because it literally makes the Lambent worse.
Yes. It makes the Lambent situation worse, and it brings all of the locusts up to the surface, basically.
They
And
can't
it's
get
like,
out of their
yeah.
way. It's
It's like,
hilarious.
Jesus Christ. I mean, for what appears to be more technologically advanced species compared to the locust, you're somehow failing hard. Light mass bomb, it makes sense. You thought you were hitting the home, but you weren't. You were
You
hitting like a cave.
you thought
That
it was
worked.
done. You were like, "Hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
network. We're gonna find the whole cave network, and then we're gonna bomb it, and then they're gone." And then it's like, "Oh no, we opened more holes, and now there's a big worm."
right. And you've disturbed the lambent even more. Like, you pissed them off basically. And it's like, okay, everybody, you know what? We were gonna let you guys live. Now we're gonna fucking murder you.
Well, and then I mean, they do it again in 3 where, like, they what was that? There's a virus and it kills anything with lambency, but
Yep.
the locust and some humans have been around the emulsion for so long that it kills them as well.
Yep. So they're like, okay, well, if we're gonna we're gonna get rid of everything, we gotta make sure it keeps only humans alive.
And it doesn't even it kills them, but then, like, it sets them up to come back.
Well, it doesn't even kill them and puts them in hibernation. It kills the lambent.
Kills
Like,
the
yeah, that
lambent,
makes
but then
sense.
the locusts harden and, like, they kinda, they go into their, like, their little,
Like, rather than, I don't know, maybe just cleaning up the corpses and making these little, oh no, they're dead. Great. Yeah, we're gonna skip over that
"We're
shit.
gonna
We're gonna
leave them
rebuild
here.
humanity.
We're gonna bury them in the ground, maybe flowers will
It's
grow."
it, I mean, it's definitely like one of those, like, okay, but I mean, and I think the books probably explain it better or explain like what happened. Like, I think the only thing the light mass bomb did was basically almost eradicate the Creel.
Yeah, I think the krill are gone after that
Yeah, they're
first game.
gone from, yeah, after that.
Like, literally, they kill the krill, and you know what? There was probably something that used to eat the krill that, like, they awoken, and we just haven't seen it yet.
Right. And it's like, well, I mean, Jesus Christ. And then there's not as many corpsers, which once again makes sense. They're a lot slower. Um,
Well, the corpses are the blind ones, right?
yeah, they're like
Well,
the
you know the cor
spiders.
oh, no, the okay, corpse.
We're talking about the berserker.
I was thinking of the berserker because they're the only females, and the lore is that they're used for mating, and it's not consensual.
Oh yeah, that's why they're
So
pissed all the time.
that's why they're pissed, and that's also why you don't see them at all really until 3 again,
And even then, you
because
only see, I don't think you see an actual berserker. I think you only see a lambent berserker.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, real dark lore shit, Cliffy B.
It's also the reason why they were taking all these hostages, because they were trying to turn the humans and, humans, males and females, into
Well, they
locusts.
and because yeah, that's what that lab was for, and that lab,
Yeah.
like, that's where the queen was born, and so they're like, "Well, we've done it before, we can do it again. We'll do it live."
And it goes horribly because they can't get anybody. They just break their minds.
Yeah, they just became crazy screaming monsters. I love that series. It's such a good series that is basically just like, "Hey, stop fucking up. Stop fucking up."
Explosions don't work, water doesn't work, sound waves kind of work. I don't even remember what they're doing in 4 other than like finding out that, hey, the locusts are alive, and we're just gonna go find all these old people. Like, we're gonna find Marcus, we're gonna find Baird. I couldn't tell you. I don't even think I finished 4, and I only read 5. I've never played it, so I'm like,
4 is 4's ending is weird because 'cause you're in a giant robot by the end of it that Beard built, and you're not supposed to come away from 4 being pro cog, but you're in a giant robot, so I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're pro cog right now."
well, it's very confusing because it's like 4 we're playing as JD Phoenix, but we're playing as Marcus Phoenix and Anya's kid, who is very much anti-cog. And then with 5, you're playing as his childhood girlfriend?
They were just I think they were just friends, but honestly, that's fine because, I mean, it's been a series that's jumped around a lot anyway with
No, no,
characters.
that's not the part that bothers me. It's just like with like the first trilogy, not including Judgment. With the first trilogy, it's like, yeah, we've got this. You're following Marcus and Dom basically, and then of course you got Cole and Bear, but they're like, I believe this with 1 and 2, like you don't get them at first. You kind of build your way to them. Where 3, I think you just start immediately with them.
Well, and I think 4 did them some disservices. I think they closed that thread on JD and Marcus a little too fast. I think you have to have that relationship. If you're having JD be the main character for his own trilogy, you have to make that relationship still a little sticky by the end of 4. And by the end
Yeah,
of 4, it kind of seems like they've buttoned everything up. So when 5 comes around and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this other character." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine."
it's fine. It's just with JD, it felt very thrown together, and it's like, oh, we're done with him. We're gonna start fresh with 5, and it's like 5. I mean, 5 story isn't terrible either. Like it's I like what they're doing with it or what they did with it. And it's like, okay, you could kind of do whatever you want with 6 almost to an extent.
I hope they go back and finish 6. I'm tired of these Microsoft published games, getting their tails between their legs and being like, "We're not gonna finish the new trilogy." Hey,
I don't think it'll
you know how
happen.
you got 1 through 3 in, like, 6 years and it was nicely tight, wrapped in a bow? Now we're struggling to do the 2nd trilogy. It's been, like, 10 plus years. And here by the way,
I
we're not doing number 6, we're doing a game with a subtitle.
was about to say, when did we when we get 5? It's been a hot minute.
Well, 4 was the start of the trilogy, 4 was 2016, I was living in the mountains.
Mhm.
So, look, 10 years later, still waiting on 6. And it's still
Hey,
not gonna be here.
at least we go back to Marcus and Dom.
That'll be fun.
It'd be nice. Honestly, rather than reading about it or playing Judgment, and honestly, we get to play part of 3's best DLC, uh, General Ram or Ram Shadow. Is that what it's called, right? Ram Shadow.
I wanna brag on myself, but I look like I got Dom's haircut. Marcus, I gotta find my wife. I gotta find my fucking wife, Marcus. Marcus, I gotta find my fucking wife.
Here's the better thing. The whole time he's like, "I gotta find my wife." What about your kids, bro?
Does he just I think they know I think they see the kids die, Josh. I think they watch their kids die.
When, like, I guess is that like
I
it
think
has
I
must be during like E-Day or something
I
because
think their kids die on E-Day.
I say he doesn't mention them at all. Like the only time you ever hear about his kids, or at least it being mentioned, is when they wake up in the worm. You hear his wife go, "The kids are, or the my parents are watching the kids. It's just you and me."
I think, so the game is E-Day is obviously gonna end with, like, Maria, like, vanishing.
Right.
At least and that'll,
And
like,
Dom's
open up.
brother dying.
Well, if they do some Jacen if they do some not Jacinto, if they do some Asheville Field stuff, yes.
I have a feeling they will.
Has it been confirmed that, his brother's mentioned? Because his brother is dead way before E-Day.
They do mention it in the trailer. I thought they talk about his brother
Okay. So I'm hoping there's, like, a flashback act
because
where you play Asheville Fields. That would be
I think there's a
amazing.
scene actually where you see him and his brother together.
Okay, so maybe there is an Asheville Fields act. That would be look, I've been saying that the entire time since this game was announced a few years ago. I was like, "Look, if you're gonna do it, you gotta get Dom's brother Carlos in it, and you gotta do Asheville Fields because fucking" I'm blanking on her name right now. Is it Karen Travis? Whatever the fuck Karen's Travises, whatever her name is. Amazing book, that first one. The other ones are alright. The second one has, like, the post Jacinto scene where Bernie, where they call her the
Mhm.
boomer lady,
Yeah.
is drowning with Jacinto, and she's fighting a grub to, like, hold on to, like, this platform, and then
Jesus. Yeah.
yeah, it's a really good scene. Like, she writes really good scenes, I like it. I like it a lot. Again, you should go read those books. What else you playing, Josh?
Um. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize we were recording. Gotta do my daily stuff with the Honkai Star Rail, the pay to play, as Nick calls it. Um, I just do the daily stuff. I go in, get my free 60 trade in real life money for in-game currency, that kind of crap.
They've
Level up
got
my character, level up my um, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Work characters, all 4 of them.
they've got you. They've
They
got
do.
you.
Iron Harvest, of course. Your boy finally got into it. I'm pretty freaking deep into Rusviet, but
Is
I
this the
obviously
first
didn't
time
finish
playing
it.
the campaign for you?
Yes,
Okay.
I tried doing when it first came out. And you're like, oh yeah, you gotta play as Anna first. I'm like, oh okay, yeah. And then I got flashbacks of Tactics Advance snowball fight, and I was like, oh god, no,
No,
not again.
God, no.
I can't. I honestly, I hate that game. I hate Advance so much.
It's not a fan of you either.
It's the stupid the cards. Oh, yellow card if you do this, red card you lose your character. It's so stupid. We'll talk more about that when we get to it. Old school RuneScape. That's right. Your boy's playing an old school MMO.
I was wondering
And,
what OSRS was.
yeah, old school RuneScape.
Now
Our
now I
brother,
sadly know.
yeah, our brother Matt. When I was down in Florida, he showed me how on the Steam Deck, and I was like, "Fuck, am I about to play old school?"
You
And
don't have
sure
to.
enough, I set it up. It's like
You
I'm
don't have
playing
to do
old
that.
school, so it's just my hey, like before we like if I wasn't down here with you recording right now, I was like, oh, I'm gonna play this for a little bit, and then I'll go downstairs and record. But now it's gonna be the other way around. Probably is. Oh, after we're done recording, I'm gonna go play some old school.
Now you can do it after. Now you got all the time to
Yeah,
do it after.
I'm not doing anything fantastic. I'm just kind of I'm doing free to play. I'm truly making this account right now where I'm not gonna pay for membership. I'm literally going to grind it out, buy a bond, and have that paid for itself.
I just sell accounts. I would just sell
Yeah,
account.
well,
Like here's
you're
my account.
that guy.
I've been playing for 1,000 hours. Here's my account.
His minimum is skill level 30 for everything free to play, and then he charges like $200 for it.
I don't know what any of this means.
So every skill that is free to play. So there are some skills that are locked behind the paywall, but they basically let you do everything else. You get it to level 30 on every single skill, and then you sell it.
Okay.
I don't think the 200 price tag was accurate, but I joke because I was looking through some of the stuff to see what people sell, and one of the things was accounts, and I saw that, and I was like, why?
Yeah, there's a person that does this for a living right now. And they're like
Yeah.
200, maybe in like 2008, man.
I got to get that membership money. I need at least $3.99.
And then you have another gross MMO on here.
I do. I have 2 MMOs. I'm like, fuck it. Why not? My D&D group, we've been playing not D&D this time around. We're actually doing what's it called? Crystal Fabulosa?
From Final Fantasy 14.
No. It's Fabula Ultima. It's basically JRPG meets Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
So it's kind of set up like a D&D campaign, but then rather than it being like the standard, like, oh, you have these 3 thick ass books, it's like, no, it's a typical JRPG where everything's RNG based, and you have your skills and your classes, and you're kind of stuck with that area. Like I'm a basically what is considered a dark knight.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Kyle, he is what's basically a blue mage, or whatever else refers to as, like, like the enemy skill from Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Basically, he has one of those built into himself where he's able to copy spells from other monsters. And then we've got our typical white mage, and then we have Sarah, who's like our black mage. So I'm like the only thick guy out there who's tanky.
Does Andy play with you?
No.
Okay. I was like, this whole time you've been playing with this group. I'm like, wait a minute. Does Andy play D&D?
She when Kyle was running as our dungeon master, she kind of dabbled with it with us, but no, it's not like she's like, oh yeah, I want to go play. She's like,
Yeah.
go do your thing. I'm
Get
gonna read my
here.
porn.
Get out of here. I'm gonna go read my softcore porn.
But yeah, so basically we've been talking about Final Fantasy 14, obviously, with the new expansion coming out in 2027, Evercold. My buddy, our dungeon master, he's really, really into it. He hasn't played in like a year, and he's like, honestly, I saw the trailer, and I'm like, fuck, I'm getting back into it, aren't I? I was like, dude, if you get into it, I'll play, because I tried getting into it when it first came out before they did the Realm Reborn. It was awful. Then I did Realm Reborn, and I didn't get much into it. And then I tried to get into it like 2 years ago, right after like Dawn Trail came out, the last expansion.
Mhm.
And it was one of those like I'm not putting enough time into it to justify the means. It's like, yeah, it's not worth it. So now I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna fucking do this, I'm going balls deep. So I've actually played it. This is the first I've ever gotten. I've at least gotten out of the first big city, which is still only in the standard campaign. I haven't even touched any of the expansions.
Okay, so you've done enough though.
Oh no, I still got plenty more to do. But yeah, I've gotten further than I did last time. On a
Mhm.
higher level. I'm just got 23 today before I logged off to finish a meeting and knock some other things out. But yeah, I'm trying to get into there. I was looking at the trophies because I'm playing on PlayStation, so it comes with trophies. It's like 218 trophies, I think. I
I
don't
don't
think I'm getting all 218 trophies.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's happening. I don't think you're getting that plat.
But at the same time, as I'm looking at some of them, like, oh, well, some of it's like a lot of it, like the expansions that they have on. I'm like, well, I'm definitely going to end up getting those because a lot of them is like, oh, basically do the campaign, which I'm going to have to do to unlock a lot of things, at least for a good chunk of them. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing that for sure. And then I'm sure some of them are like, oh, do this dungeon, do this raid, fight this boss. It's like, well, I'm going to end up doing all those because a lot of them are campaign related. And if not, when everybody gets on the same page and plays at the same time, I'm sure that's what we'll be doing. So I'm like, I'm sure I'll get a good at least 75, 80% of them done. But now I have zero.
It's not a plat. It's not a plat though.
I know it's not, but I'm gonna try to make it a plat. I don't think it's gonna be a this year plat.
Okay. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, maybe next year, but not right now. No. For now, that's kind of all I've done. Haven't had too much. Oh, I also finished my top 10 Cody's So Pick list. It's
Yeah,
up there and it's live.
let me go to the page real quick. We'll spoil maybe one or two on here, but yeah, he got his up before me.
We did it.
Look at this
We did it.
fella.
We
Look
did
at
it.
him.
Yeah.
We pull it up and it's just all hardcore porn. Josh is putting
Yes.
porn pictures in here. Final Fantasy X, The Evelyn's Chronicles. Astrobot. That's a recent one. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll down to 5. Final Fantasy 13. Should be a Roman numeral. No, I'm just messing. Hollow Knight. You liked Mio? You're so gross.
I did. I
Ew.
love Metroidvanias, and I said for now it is actually my 2026 Metroidvania, but I'm sure Belmont's Curse is gonna flip that script really quick.
I'm looking at the rest of these real quick. Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
Hey, mine's at least done. Where's yours? Okay.
Mm.
I see the draft. It's been there forever, Nick.
Motherfucker. It isn't. It's in the drafts. Okay.
I know it's
It's
the
in the
drafts.
drafts. I went to start it one night and I was like, I'm not doing this tonight.
I just said, no, what, I've got it. It's honestly, I was trying to make today as productive as possible with being at home. I was like, I gotta knock it out. There's one other thing I gotta do, but we'll talk about it after this because I'm gonna have you probably help me.
Okay. Let's see. What have I been playing? I beat Alan Wake again. I'm going on Tales from the Backlog here in 2 days now. So it'll be fun to talk about that again. I think something that really stuck out this time was the advertisements. Because very early on in the signal, Thomas Zane is calling you on your phone. And the game is sponsored by Verizon. And Thomas Zane says, "Can you hear me now? Good." And I
Yes.
just wanted to throw my head through the TV and never play anything ever again.
Honestly, though, I think I'd rather have like if they're gonna force advertisement down our throat, I think I'd rather have that at least because it's built into it rather than like the hey, we're gonna have these ads pop up in the background as you're trying to play on your footballs and your baseballs.
And I get it, money stuff, you gotta get your money where you can. But yeah, man, just the ability for ads to, like, kinda worm their way in and just ruin things, just ugh. No, thank
Rayovac, the only battery we trust. Either that or they're saying Rayovac, the shittiest battery because they only last for like 30 seconds and then
what
you
it
have to fucking switch them out.
what is it, the Microsoft Sync
Yes.
on the car? I think the car was also an advertisement. I don't remember what it was, but it was a car. It was for sure a car.
I mean, here, should we just ask Google, hey, what advertisements were there in Alan
Sure,
Wake?
do it. The, And they're just everywhere, and it's just a fun little game looking at like dying media and kind of just celebrating those dying medias.
Here we go.
You got the list?
Oh, it's at the list. So there's actually a Verizon sign.
Yeah, there's a Verizon sign. You see it
I
in
didn't realize
you
there was
see
a
it in Act
Verizon sign.
6. Like the world is the darkest, and then you turn at one point, and there's just this bright white Verizon sign that's well lit. You're like, oh my god, oh my god! And it just takes you out of it.
Here we go. So, oh, I'm sorry, Energizer,
Yeah, Energizer batteries,
Verizon, Ford and Lincoln.
Ford and Lincoln.
Yep, drivable and parked automobiles seen throughout the environments. Real world marketing campaigns. You have the Canada Dark is Deadly campaign, the Montreal bar bathrooms, and then there was ARG.
Yeah, augmented reality game stuff they were doing. Yeah, man, still a good game. Still holds up. I have a feeling the host is. I've been writing the host back and forth. Doesn't seem like he likes it, so we'll see.
Well, in what sense? Like, are you thinking like
It,
he's like gameplay wise because it's obviously dated, or do you think it's just like
it's the combat being very repetitive, which I agree.
well, it shows its age. Like that was like the thing that everybody was doing in the 360 PS3 era.
One the thing that drives me crazy too is just like so like the collectibles are good from the pages of the manuscript. Like those are good collectibles. The rest of the collectibles are just there to get achievements. It's when we're at like we're in an era where you could get away with that because everybody wanted achieve. We are in the achievements era. Everybody
Well, it was
wanted
brand
those.
new to us, and like that's I'm in that mood now where it's like I won't play it unless there is. That's why I have a hard time getting into Switch. If Switch did it or Nintendo did it, like yeah, I'd probably play it more often. But I'm like, it's just a little more fulfilling.
But yeah, a game like Alan Wake, which I mean, you kind of think of, you obviously think of the Max Paynes of the world, but with this one being a little more spooky, you start to think like Silent Hill, Resident Evil. Those games, when you are going out of your way and doing extra stuff, you're getting stuff for it. Whereas in Alan Wake, you are collecting 99 thermoses and just getting an achievement at the end of it. Yeah, man. Woohoo.
I mean, and to some extent with some of the collectibles, at least with those levels, like there's some cases where it's like, yeah, you'll get a flare gun, you'll get a bunch more extra stuff to help fight the darkness. Not saying like you not know in or new game plus stuff, like you're not getting like an infinite weapon, you're not getting this all powerful. Although, if they would have convinced Kojima and Konami to get them have the Boktai gun, the solar gun,
Be pretty
that would have
sweet.
been fucking awesome.
Be
I'm
pretty
not gonna
sweet.
just not thinking that. I was like, fuck, that would have been cool. But at the time,
That was well before the collab era, though.
no, and at the same time, they at that point, I think it was pretty close to when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, and that's one of the guns you can get in that.
Yeah, I need
And
to
you
play
literally,
4.
they make Snake hold it up in the air to reload it, which is like, oh, that's so fucking cool.
Stupid. It's just stupid.
That's so cool. You think it's stupid? I think it's fucking awesome. All right.
See, I've also been playing Iron Harvest, working my way through Rusviet. Some other games I've been playing. I played a Souls-like PS1 looking game called Memoirium. I think it's called Memoirium. I don't know. It's weird. It looks really cool. It's again, we've gotten a handful of like PS1 looking games for checking it out. But yeah, this one I played this one a little bit last night. It was really fun. I'm not good at Souls games, but I was getting through this one pretty good for the most part until I hit like a city. The dreamscape, and it's all set in a dream, and you have this dreamscape, and you instead of having a uh, campfire that you go to, you instead have a room that you go into, and you can kind of decorate it like it's Animal Crossing. And then you come out of the room back into the dreamscape. Enemies are very creepy. They're very they look Bloodborne-esque, kind of look like I don't want to say Lovecraftian. They're kind of in the corner of cosmic horror. Are you watching the thing for it?
Yeah, that just looks kind of cool.
I like it. I like the simple side of it. And it's not too hard. I've only beaten the first boss, which is something I say a lot about Souls likes.
I do like this first person. Hey, you can build your room, and here's a pencil on the object you want. It looks like it kind of reminds me of like Pokemon Snap when you're able to. It wasn't the your room that you could decorate in Pokemon Snap, or am I thinking of Hey You Pikachu?
I think it was Hey You Pikachu. But even then, I think that customizability, I think that was very minimal.
Either way, I for having the PS1 aesthetics, it very much looks like a PS1 game, but it also looks really good. Like I honestly would, I'm probably gonna give this a try myself.
It's very moody. It's one I want to play with the headphones on because I feel like that would just fully immerse me in it. Uh, there's one I forget what the city's called, but it's called whatever the city's name is, the City of Rain and Pain, and it's raining. And like there's one area that just looks like a school, like a haunted school. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. I'm gonna go back and finish that. I don't think it's too long. Then the last thing I played is Tears of Metal. This is a game in early access over on Game Pass. It is basically roguelike Dynasty Warriors with your friends, but with a cool looking art style. And it's set in Scotland. Scotland.
Ooh, I like like the design. This looks really cool.
Got it. I played it with Matt, my buddy Matt from the GG Tribune. And yeah, like I think we did 2 or 3 runs in an hour, and the time melted away.
This looks so cool.
And it's basically like the roguelike. You can unlock powers that tie to your dodge, that tie to your heavy, that tie to your regular attack, that tie to your block. You can do like you'll do missions, and like you'll go into the map, you'll pick the mission, you'll do the thing, and there might be like optional things you can do that unlock additional things. You get gold that can help you unlock treasure on the map, or you can save it and use it for stores on a different part of the map. And you're working your way towards the end of the map to fight the boss, and then that starts a new map. It's satisfying. It's only in 1.0. No, I'm sorry, it's only in 0.1, I think, or something like that. Very early access, but for a game that's in early access, really good. And then I've got one more here. I forgot about this one. Pro Jank Footy. Have you heard of Pro Jank Footy, Josh?
I cannot say I have.
I'm going to let you pull that up because I see you highlighting on the page.
Yep.
This game reminds me of playing iDarb, but it's Australian football. Like I can pick up a power up that doubles the amount of players on the field. You can pick a power up that like has the DVD like bouncing on the DVD logo bouncing across the screen. There's another power up somebody can pick up where the screen randomly goes blue, like somebody just hit the aux button.
So I saw one where someone turned into a car or got into a car.
Yeah, Matt hit me with one that turned everybody into a football, so you couldn't really tell who was who.
That's awesome.
It's really good. You can. It's iDarb. It reminds me of iDarb. It reminds me so
like
much.
iDarb mixed with like an early like Super Nintendo soccer.
Yeah, it's good.
That's what it reminds me of. It looks really good.
That was another one we played for an hour, but it felt like we played for 3 hours because we played so many matchups. And the fields are cool. There was one that was like a parking lot. I was on a beach for another one. There's a regular footy field that looks really good.
I like this select a power card, and it's literally like dad's car, foam footy, teleport.
It gets really chaotic. There was one that like turns the screen upside down and reverses everything.
What's this? Looks like everybody's going like Super Saiyan.
There's one that like everyone's leg power is like doubled or tripled. You can get a card that triples your scores when you score a goal, or you can swap scores in the middle of the game. It gets chaotic. It gets really chaotic.
Like, this looks really good.
It's not the most fair game in the world, but I think you have to realize that going in. You have to know like this is not going to be a fair game of footy, but I'm going to try.
No, this looks honestly, I'd give it a try. It looks hilarious.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. That's all I've got though. I've been reading, like I said, I've been doing more books on tape, so I've been trying to focus on that. I got catch up on Absolute Batman while I'm at it. Got to read the new issue with Clayface in it. That's it for the games. Josh, do you have any news for us?
Yeah, let's go down these.
Read all about it. Latest football scores. Morning paper. Morning star. Paper, mister?
It's time for old news. All right, what do we
Starting
got?
off, PlayStation 6 release date still hasn't been decided. Sony CEO Hiroki Totoki says. This is a Video Games Chronicle article written by Chris Scullion. Yeah, I mean,
To what I say, like with them saying they haven't decided, I'm like, yeah, no shit.
and also
You
like the PS like this generation hasn't really done anything. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, why wouldn't you want to get your money's worth out of like this console?
you're
And also
still
not have to worry about the RAM shortage or the GPU shortage or it's the cost of everything.
you're still increasing the price of your current console. I'm not getting in line and waiting for whatever PlayStation 6 is about to be. Like, let's get to a point where you don't have to charge me $900 for a PS6 Pro or a PS5
Yeah,
Pro.
which honestly, the PS6 is probably going to be a $1,200 thing. It's like at that
1200?
point, guys, you might as well buy a PC. Like even now, you might as well buy a PC or get your money worth out of it.
I mean, consoles are just starting to price the pores out if it keeps up this way. Cause yeah, let's say this comes out, and it's not going to come out tomorrow, but let's say this comes out tomorrow. It's $1,200, $1,300. Who's
Yeah,
buying
no
that?
one's going to buy it.
No one's buying.
No,
Everyone's going and
it,
getting a Steam Deck or a Steam
they're going to get.
box.
Yeah, they'll get a Steam machine, they'll get a Steam Deck, they'll get they'll get a Nintendo Switch. Even with their price going up, it's like hell. At least what you're getting though is at least I say this accordingly, up to date.
Nintendo seems like they've been like really like good on communicating it though. Like, hey, look, here's the new price.
Oh yeah,
Here's when
no,
it's
like
going
they're
through.
like, hey, the new prices aren't happening until September. So if you want to get it, at, the current price, do it now. But like, yeah, we're sorry, it's gonna happen. It's just we can't like. Yeah, you're right. They're upfront with it. They're giving everybody enough time to like, hey, if you're gonna do it, you've got time to think about it. So get your finances checked, see if you can
E-
afford it. If you
Every
can,
time
come
I've
buy it.
heard of like a PS6 or Xbox price increase, it's been like, oh, it's already happened.
Yeah,
It's already
we just did it this week. Actually, just did it this week.
actually I'm gonna need an extra honey. Like you're standing in line, and it's kind of like going to the gas station when they change the prices.
Right now it says 3.75 per gallon. Oh yeah, it was yesterday's price. It's 5 p.m. Yeah. So to that I say, honestly, Sony, just go fuck yourself at this point. Like you get rid of your physical media. You're like, oh, we're not sure. Yeah, guess what? Just keep the PS5 going. Like you're not. This has not been the generation. Like let it last a little longer.
This generation will be remembered for the price increases and nothing else. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, it's gonna be like this is where gaming almost died.
What do you got next?
Some more, at least some good news now. This probably made Nick very happy. Fortnite officially reveals Sora, Crash, Spyro, Mega Man, Persona, and other gaming crossovers for its next season. We have another Video Games Chronicle article, also written by Chris Scullion. So, Chris, 2 for 2, man.
Look at you go. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've played Fortnite religiously since the Star Wars season from last summer. Like I've played it here and there, but
Right.
before that I was playing it like every night for a while.
I figured this probably excited you, though, seeing as you're getting a whole bunch of new characters here. We got Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Dr. Eggman, Shadow, which honestly, I'll probably want to get on there and hop on to get. I could care less about Sora. I've got Sora in other places. Joker from Persona, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Mega Man, Rush, Pac Man, Tetris. Who doesn't want Tetris?
You're telling me I can play as Tetris?
It literally says Tetris.
I
I
don't
wonder
know,
if
man.
they.
Kind of feels like Fortnite's lost the plot. Didn't Epic like laid off a bunch of people earlier this year, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I just don't think doubling down on skins is like the move. I think the move is and I'm sure there's some gameplay mechanics here that are different from what they've been doing. But their numbers really didn't start to take a hit until they stopped implementing new things into the gameplay and started doing Started focusing on crossovers and then just letting the players make their own things. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you guys could keep working on changes for the battle royale. That seems to be what
No,
people were liking.
you're asking for too much, especially with the amount of people that they've been kicking out. Because like, you know what? It's all about fan service, and right now we want you to drop that money on
Hey,
skins.
give us $50. Come on, we know you'll pay $50 for Crash Bandicoot. What do you got next?
Some great news. Roblox being investigated by U.S. Senate after reporting 65,381 instances of suspected child abuse in 2025.
That's a lot.
Gameville article written by Chris Kerr.
It's a lot of child abuse. What they don't tell you is it's all one pedophile. No. Getting back to being serious. Yeah, man, Roblox has a pedophile problem.
And ironically, this comes right after Chris Henson live on a stage trying to basically show you like how easy it is, and him getting banned or kicked, which is unironically funny because it's like honestly they probably have somebody like they have a whole team dedicated to watching Chris Henson, so like that makes sense. But of course, these pedophiles, 65,000 instances of it.
I just between that movie, he has like I don't think he was involved with the movie, but between that movie and then being villainized by Roblox, I think there's a lot of people missing the point of like I get it. Look, the guys that are hunting, like the pedophile hunters, and I'm air quoting, that are going out there and beating the shit out of people and doing vile shit. Disgusting. Again, they're doing it to pedophiles, so like they're doing it to a person who's like done the most heinous thing and is an awful person. But the person doing that is also awful. Like these are two
below
this
it,
is
or
this
above it.
is this is a mongoose and a cobra fighting. I'm like, I don't want to be near either of those things.
Well, here's the better question. Pedophile gets caught, they go to prison. Prison finds out, right? Like, hey, this is what you're in jail for.
Well, the prison's a different thing. But
Well, hold on. Let me get there. Let me finish my thought. Guy who was convicted for murdering hundreds of people, not children, hundreds of people, ends up doing it. Is he better or is he worse?
he's honing his skills.
Okay.
He's rusty. He's rusty. He's like, I haven't been able to kill anybody in here, Jack. And he's like, and they're like, hey, new chomo down in cell block 49321. He's like, oh, time to knock off the rust. That's it. But no, it's the annoying. But it's also the fact that, and Chris Hansen is also a part of this problem, is using the dark side of the internet, using preying on child predators to grow an audience. Preying on child predators to grow an audience. Doesn't that sound gross? That sounds gross.
So,
because
do you think if if there wasn't, he would still try to use the dark side of the internet to, like, if there were no more child predators to go after, they're be completely eradicated. Do you think he would still then go like, okay, well now we're going after the black market or organ transplant? You know what I mean? Like, do you think he'd
go after traffickers? He'd go after some other stuff. But it's just weird because at the base of everything, you have these children who are victims, and you have people who are like, how can I capitalize on that? Who's gonna watch my stream? Oh, I know who will watch my stream. People who watch me torture this terrible human being who deserves it. But also I'm a terrible human being. So if somebody caught me, a streamer, I should also be tortured. Man. It's
a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. It's one of those nuanced conversations. Because again, I'm not pro pedophile. I'm not pro streamer. I hate them all. Hate them all. I say that as a former streamer.
And just to finish up this article, in a statement to Kotaku, Roblox Chief Safety Officer Matt Kaufman said, "A platform is built on the foundation of safety. We do not compromise on that commitment. We look forward to sharing the facts about how we work to protect children on the platform," he added.
Oh no!
Dude, 65,000 instances. 65,000. Just in 2025. I don't even want to know about 2024. Hell, let alone this year right now.
Okay, he's not related to us. He's spelled the other way.
No,
Okay.
spelled differently.
Whew. That was close. That was close. What do you have? What's this last one? Oh, this one hurts.
Finishing up, Netflix closing Oxenfree developer Night School Studio and Moonloot Games. Another game developer article. This one written by Nicole Carpenter.
I know Nick. I'm aware of Nicole. I've heard of Nicole Carpenter. Yeah, man, this sucks because I like Night School. I like Oxenfree. I like After Party. I like Oxenfree 2. I didn't play their new game, but anyone that was getting into bed with Netflix when they were doing game stuff and giving game money out, I was like, that's not going to end well. That's not going to fucking end well.
Yeah, I mean,
what was it earlier this year? Was Twisted Pixel this year?
I thought that was end of last year.
Let me look. Twisted, because I think were they a Netflix joint? They were somebody. Not Twisted Netflix, Twisted Pixel.
Refactor. They had earlier this month, actually, earlier this month.
Twisted Pixel shut down January 26th. So yeah. Oh, they were owned by Meta. So yeah, anyone who was getting money from a non-games company, I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't think you can take money from Microsoft. I think when Netflix, Google, and Meta come knocking and say, "Hey, we want video games," you tell them, "Well, tough fucking titties, go somewhere else." Because you guys have proven time and time again that we'll deliver something and it won't meet your obnoxious fucking demands and we'll be gone. And you guys will still be fucking doing business. You're the assholes that gave us the money. Why are we going out of business? You should be going out of business.
Well, we had this talk before. It's always like when something fails, it's, oh, let's get rid of the small guys. No, why are we getting rid of the CEOs and CS? Like, these people agreed and said, yes, let's fucking do this.
It's like giving a mechanic money and then being mad at him. I don't know. I'm all out of metaphors tonight. It's stupid, man. And yeah, now here are all these people out of jobs and trying to get jobs in an already crammed job hunting environment. And yeah,
cool. Honestly, this article at the end, I didn't realize this. At least 5 studios across the video game industry laid off workers in just a couple of weeks of August. That includes CD Projekt Red, That's No Moon, Supermassive Games, Lightspeed, and Refactor Games. I didn't realize CD Projekt Red did that.
I think that was very sneaky of them. It's a very sneaky one. Hey, how about this? How about I fire Ted Sarandos out of a fucking cannon straight into a brick wall? How about I do that?
Yeah.
How would you like that? Hey, how about I take Mark Zuckerberg and feed him to a shark?
Okay, hold on. I pulled up the article just because I was curious. It's like, I didn't hear that one. This was also Nicole Carpenter, August 13th, so 5 days ago.
Busy lady.
9 people were laid off.
Okay.
Not saying that, like, it was only 9 people. We're good.
It's smaller, but
smaller. And I was like, okay, how many people have this? As of June 2026, CD Projekt Red employed more than 1,300 people around the globe.
So 1,300, they laid off 9. So that just feels like,
I'm not saying like, oh yeah, that's nothing. Like, no, like it's still obviously for those 9 people we feel, but it's like compared to the rest of them, like that's no.
Because what is the percentage? That's a very, very, very small percentage. Whereas, what was it? Microsoft laying people off the other week was like what, 25% of whatever developer it was. Yeah, man. Layoffs, they're gonna keep happening until we take Mark Zuckerberg and feed him into a wood chipper and go
It's not even like labeled as a percent. It's exact decimal as 0.0069237 rounded to 2 decimal places, 0.69%. Rounded to 1 decimal place, 0.7%.
Well, and that almost sounds like a department. Like, was that like a specific art department for a game? Was that the people who they like put in a room and they're like, all right, you need to come up with a new Gwent deck?
We adjusted the size of the serious team to reflect the project's needs at this stage of development.
Was that for Witcher 4?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. They're just holding on to like Gwent guys, and they're like, actually, we're gonna let you guys go. You can get out of here.
Oh, and what it even says 9 other people have been invited to internal recruitment processes for potential roles on other CD Projekt Red projects.
They're big enough. They should have like 2 or 3 things in the cannon.
Right. So it sounds like they lost their current jobs, or they were laid off the current ones, but it sounds like they're going through a process of, hey, you haven't lost your job. Like, we're gonna move you to a potential new position.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we no longer need you for sound design on fucking Roaches. I don't even know the horse's name anymore. We don't need you on the sound design for Roaches, Winnies. We need you to go do sound design for swords hitting each other.
Right.
We need a. I'm sorry. I'm being glib. I always think back to The Last of Us 2 and how they had a team dedicated to the whistles from
Right.
that third faction, and I'm always like, "Ugh, don't tell me this. You spent way too much money on the whistles. Spent way too much money on the whistles.
Not enough.
I don't even know if the mic's picking that up, but yeah, you spent. I watched a whole 45 minutes about the whistles. I'm like, why is there a 45
They
minute
blew a
doc
third
on
of their
this?
budget on that baby. All right.
Hey, you know what? The entire Last of Us 2 budget was spent on the whistling.
They just reused all other assets for the rest of it, but when it came to the whistling, 90% of the budget.
And you know what? That whole faction not gonna be back for Last of Us Part 3.
Nope,
So they
they
can't
killed
use
them.
those. They can't use those whistles anymore.
But they'll implement it in their. Oh wait, no, that got
That
canceled.
guy
Their
got canceled.
multiplayer.
Bungie came in
Yeah.
and said, "You can't do that. We're the live service games." And then everyone looked at Bungie and said, "Bungie, you're not. No,
You're no more.
you're no more. You're
We don't
gone."
want to play with you no more.
No, Bungie's still around for now. I hear very good things about Marathon. It's very sad that Destiny's going. I mean, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent to Destiny, but
After one, I was like, honestly, this was not. This is not it.
I need a little shooter. And you know, if I wanted to loot, I'd go play Diablo. Josh, thank you for pulling news.
Yeah.
Do you have a meme for
I
us?
certainly do.
Me time.
All right, what do you got here?
It's my personal reaction to the mouse announcing the new Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer and animation at D23.
For the listeners, this is Sora, and he looks like he's about to give a toothy BJ to Mickey Mouse.
To those who are familiar, it's his duh face, but to others who aren't, it basically looks like he's about to blow.
Are you
a lot of teeth?
Are you the only person that's ever sexualized Zora, or is Kingdom Hearts very famous for sexualizing Zora? Sora.
Nick. Just rule 34 Kingdom Hearts.
Did I even have to ask?
Just rule 34 Kingdom Hearts. I'm telling you right now. What's her name? She just died.
Oh,
Peyton.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh,
yeah.
What's her name?
She's rolling in her grave because they took her Kyrie and they over-sexualized her.
She was the voice of Kyrie?
She was, I believe it's Kingdom Hearts 1, she was her voice.
And then I guess, because Kyrie's not in Kingdom Hearts 2, right? Until like the very end.
No, she is. But it's, I think, hold on, Peyton, what's her last name? What's her name? Pantier.
Yeah, there it is. Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Save the Kyrie, save the world.
Right. So here, where is her? I don't need a bibliography. I don't need.
We don't have to do this. Rest in peace, Hayden.
We are doing this. So she was the original English voice actor for Kyrie. Yeah, I already knew that. Can someone tell me which ones? I assume it's just one.
Let's just move on.
one and two from looks of it.
Let's jump into our Iron Harvest book club. Anything on? We talked about Polania last week, but you had to play catch up. Anything on Polania from your end?
I absolutely hate the first mission.
Snowball?
Absolutely hate it.
You don't like the snowballs?
No. I hate snowballs. I did like Railroad Robbery.
It's a good mission.
That's good. It's a great mission, honestly.
I hated it the first time I played it, but now, like, going back to it, I'm like, no, this is perfect.
I think the one that I was like, was just a little more like ridiculous, especially with like the medal requirements, uh, um, was it level 6?
Chaos and Kolno.
Yeah, that one.
Kolno and Chaos.
Like some of the medals were ridiculous. The thing is, one's like, oh, don't lose more than 10 civilians. Only produce medics, I think, and then I forget what the last one was. It's like some ridiculous medals to get.
There are some tough ones in that. But you know what? I got a whole series of me getting all those medals. If you're still interested,
I honestly, if I consider going back and platining them all, I'm like, yeah, I think I'll have to use Nick's guide.
you're like, wait a minute, what are they called? They're calling these platinum medals? Oh no, not
Son of a bitch!
not platinums.
Platinum.
I did beat Showdown. It's a good little. It's a pain in the ass mission early on, but once you kind of clear your flanks, and then you can fight off anything in the middle, then it really starts to open up. It starts to feel like this big epic battle. And they do give you a lot of turrs. Like you can capture a lot of turrs around the battlefield. It feels good.
Yeah, and then of course they give you that cutscene where you run back into you see what's his name, Janik. Yannick.
You'll get it right one day.
Honestly, I'm listening to it on like the quietest settings possible, so I'm going based off like what it looks, and I'm like, please search Janik.
Are you doing mouse and keyboard, or are you doing controller?
I'm doing controller.
On an RTS?
It makes me yearn for the Halo Wars because it was easier. I honestly, for the rest of it, I'm going to probably pull up the wireless mouse and keyboard.
Controller's fine. I was already red. I wanted to see if I could make myself redder.
It's not that it's hard. It's just some of it's really funky. You know what I mean?
On the controller or on the keyboard?
No, on the controller.
See, I haven't really dabbled in it too much. I've maybe played one level using the controller, and I'm like, I've seen everything I need to see.
Maybe if I had this, it'd be easier.
Do it.
No, I'm not touching it until you smell it.
Oh my god, Josh, it will still smell the same. It will still smell the same after you play it.
No, Nicholas, it won't. You don't understand.
Okay, I will come over. I will come over and sniff it. I will.
Just smell it right now.
I was gonna say none of that came through. Whatever it was you were saying.
Sniff to the camera. Do it.
I can't. My family's right
here. For those who can't see, I have the microphone up against my mouth, and I have the controller up against the camera, and I'm like, Nick, just make it go.
Stop it. There's some listeners that are having way too good a time right now.
Replay this last 30 seconds. Do it. Yeah,
stop.
You like that?
Stop.
I don't have the cool ears, so I can't be like,
stop.
I'm up against it.
It's too much for me. I have to take off my head. I'm not putting my headphones back on until you're done. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done sexualizing our PG rated show? This show is more sexualized than One Night Only. It's more sex in this show than One Night Only.
We gotta keep it friendly and fun. They're not just here to hear about the same shit everybody else is talking about. They gotta hear some ANSR in there. They want some coffee talk.
I am putting you in timeout, and I'm going to read. My subreddit, my Discord server for the Nick Fat Night Barracks is what we're calling them. Good name, Nick, from 6 years ago. Way to go. I told him we were talking about the game on the show, so I asked for some comments. Let's see here. Bobito, everybody knows Bobby, says, "Oh man, I wish I could even think of something to add." Look at that. He just added something. What if that was the only one? And it was just, you're like, oh, it's sad. Nobody responded to Nick.
It's either that, they're like, Iron Harvest. That was like a game we played like 3 years ago, right? 4 years ago?
Bear, who is one of my mods, said Polania is BS and they should be removed. He's trolling. Obviously, Saxony should be removed. Slime King says Tur being the most expensive mech and not being as good as the other heavy mechs against anything other than infantry, it makes little sense to me. Which is, he's right. The Tur, which is the giant like leg thing with like the, it's the heavy mech. Very useless when it's going one-on-one with other heavy mechs or mech hunters. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I've got some wordy ones here. Let me see here. Let's see. So this is from Fat Wombat, aka Vaughn. I love the way Polonia's mech designs are broken into two categories. The civilian mechs that have been retrofitted for war, the Strasniks, the Lofkas, and arguably the Zulfs. Yeah, I think the Zulfs were probably just like transporters, like they just transported food, and now they're transporting little guys with guns. And the ones designed from the ground up for combat, Schmauli, Mochni, Tur. Saxony has a similar pattern, except it's two schools of thought: bipedal versus whatever the word is for more than two legs. Is it multi? I don't know. I don't know either, Vaughn. You've got the two legs, Grimbart, the Erlkönig, and the multi-legged Isengrim, Steve Mutter, Voltan, and Kaiser. You're getting, by the way, Josh, you're getting a crash course on how to pronounce a lot of these. You're welcome.
I'm still gonna butcher them when we get across it.
I know. Nice way to bring depth to the lore by giving a mod to the capitalistic competitive behavior within Saxony pre-Prince. Whatever, I think it's Prince of Wilhelm was, while also giving diversity of visual appearance. You have the same dual purpose in Polonia's design, giving an almost environmental storytelling to the rebellion resistance of the formerly proud nation caught between two superpowers. That scrappiness and desperation in their designs. And then it gets a little into Rusviet. Rusviet isn't as distinct in its delineation from memory, though you could argue there's a neat production capacity dynamic between their tier 1 and tier 2, with their tier 1 typically being really small, cheap, and or using more basic material like wheels, present on the Ognivo and the Naklovania. Really indicative of the peasant power working class present in the Union, in contrast to their T2, which is big and wasteful, with things like the Nagan being physically way larger, though still using wheels, and the Serp and Gule Gorod, some of the most imposing units in the game, but also arguably the worst as an in-universe representation of the greed and ineptitude of the ruling class of Rusviet. T1 being poor, just trying to get by, while the T2 being the rich, arrogantly wasting the resources of the Union. Vaughn, that is a university, man. Look at him go.
That was the deepest deep dive of, hey, give us, just throw something out there.
And then he says, and Usonia is shit.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll get to Usonia when we get there. Blimps that are planes, tractors with guns, bricks with guns, aircraft carriers, uninspired. Okay,
Bricks
fine. There's
with guns.
And then he says, okay, fine. There's a neat string of characterization, particularly in the aircraft carrier Samson and the stealth artillery, the Attics, that speaks of a country that has studied war from afar and wants to fight in it in a way that takes advantage of their resources and saves their most important resources, the soldier, the Usonian, wherever they can. I don't remember any of the other units' names besides the Nox, and it was just Gunbrick, which again speaks of the studied war from afar and takes advantage of resources things. The Revere was Sky camper van tractor with gun, pisses me off to this day, and the I'm Serp but better makes me so dirty. And he does have a few more things here. Small things, I promise. Kono and Chaos is the most unique mission in the game, and it's arguably the climax of the campaign's emotional weight. Game feels like you're kind of just doing missions afterwards. You had this mission, this story, rushing to Kono to avenge your dad and be a good Polanian. Your crazy uncle's helping you. Suddenly he betrays you and everything goes wild. Literal chaos, and to be fair, the next mission fucks because of scale. The OG campaign tour, but the game afterwards feels like it loses story power until we get to Gunter. Was reading other stuff and found the tractors' names: fucking Salem and Stark. Terrible units from a design and implementation perspective. I need to calm. He ends it with, "I need to calm down." And then one more from Slime here. Something I noticed looking at the art that was made for the universe before and during Scythe's existence. The Rusviets did not keep that art focus and even stole the Crimean faction's mechs with large wheels and legs for its artillery. Also, can we all agree that Usonia's mechs are all kind of ugly, especially compared to the glory that is the Machni? Yeah, I'm still on that shit. Bite me. For those who don't know, for those who are like, what is this crazy shit he's reading? These are folks that I used to play Iron Harvest with. This was the community. Some of those folks came over to my Discord. I might actually go over to the Iron Harvest Discord and be like, "Hey, we're talking about Iron Harvest, guys. Let's get some. We'll have a whole long big list. That'll be fun."
They're gonna come over here and they're gonna hate on me. This motherfucker can't even
He
say
doesn't know
Janek's name
shit.
correct.
He doesn't know shit. Hey, everyone, if you are in either Discord, send Josh nothing but your hate mail. Send me your love mail because you love me. I know you do. Nothing but lovable here. Josh is nothing but hateable. Vaughn, I don't know if you're listening. I think Vaughn really hits a chord there with the Kolno and Chaos comment. Yeah, man. Rusviet's missions feel very much like a go here, do this. It doesn't feel like a story anymore. I mean, the one bit of story, the 2 bits of story you get are now you got me fucking up his name, you asshole. Yannick becoming a cyborg, and then Olga going undercover at the peace talks or the negotiations or whatever they are. And yeah, that's about it. Because everything else is just like Zubov bossing you around and saying like, "Hey, we got to go do bad shit. You want to go fuck up Saxony? Let's go fuck up Saxony." And you're just like, "Well, fuck, I'm undercover. I got to go fuck up Saxony, I guess."
I guess I'll do it. And then everybody else like, "Oh, we don't want to piss off his dog or his beast." And it's like,
well, and
do I have a choice? Like,
so, and Vaughn's right. That first faction, the first set of faction missions, very there's a theme of like paranoia. There's a theme of post-war paranoia and what's going to happen where these mechs are around. Rusviet's still here. We're still occupied. We need to rise up. And finding out that like, yeah, Rusviet's still here, but it's not really Rusviet. It's Fenris. It's Fenris. It's the Illuminati. The Illuminati are here.
Right. And the whole time you're finding like, wait, we didn't have to go to war. And it's like, well, we were going to eventually.
And your uncle Lex, inclination of like, hey, we need to have an uprising. We need a false flag so we can go to war. And that just playing into what Fenris wants. It's kind of like our Gears of War talk earlier. It's like, oh, humanity can't get out of its own way. If humanity would just fuck off, things would be okay. Yeah. But you played into the hand that the machine wanted you to. And then yeah, you get into Rusviet. It does a little time jumping because you start with Yannick at the end of the war, but it's probably like a few weeks before when we see him in Polania.
I think it's like a month almost.
A month maybe. So yeah, like he gets through the whole war unscathed, and then he's just watching the peace talks between the countries. And he's hijacked by Olga, who's doing the same thing. She's like, I'm watching to make sure my people are fine. And then Fenris attacks the peace negotiations, and they end up working together to stop it. Yannick gets smushed, for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
becomes a robot, which I love him as a robot. It's sad because I know he'll never be a person again. But he plays so well. I love that stealth mission. That's really just a test to see if you are a good killing machine.
Right.
I love that little, because you have to get to like the testing grounds, and then once you're in the testing grounds, you get through it, and then they're like, haha, it was a test the whole time. Haha.
Now see how long you can survive.
I've done like, I haven't broken the record. I don't know what the record is, but I've done a long time in that.
I mean, that was probably like the last interesting mission, because then after that we go straight into the, hey, even though this is an RTS, you're gonna sneak.
See, I don't mind that mission as much. It's the most interesting thing because you're getting all these perspectives of war. And to go back to Vaughn's notes about like the tier 1 Rusviet mechs being like the poor side of Rusviet, and the tier 2 being like the surplus side of like the rich. But so you're going to this like peace dinner or whatever the hell it is, and it's just all these aristocrats. It's all these rich assholes from all these different settlements, all these different countries. Just these guys act like they've been fighting in the war, and none of them. These aren't war
No,
guys.
they're all the fat cats.
They're all the fat cats. They're like, "Oh, that war was terrible,
It was
man.
brutal.
That was brutal, man. I couldn't get I couldn't get my robot parts, man. They were all being used in the war, man. I had to fire my people. I had to fire my employees. Half of them died in the war, but I still had to fire them, man. The ones that came back, I had to fire them." And
It
it's
was just
literally them just talking about how much money they've made off the
yep,
war, uh, how they wish there was still a war. There's some Rusviet and Saxony guys that are there paranoid about each other. I think the Saxony guys are talking. They're like, it's not. Rusviet didn't shoot us; they stabbed us in the back. And
yeah.
and
They say fuck them.
fuck 'em. You have Usonia there, and they're just kind of being the jovial American, like, "Oh, ho, ho, if we were involved in the war, it would have been over much faster," I think is something that was said, something to that term. Yeah, man. Why do they always send the poor? But yeah, I do. I always love that trope of like, here are these rich characters who have never seen a battlefield in their life, but they're going to talk like war is hell, man. I made so much money, made so much money off that war. So you're undercover. You basically find out. Olga finds out that Zubov is part of Fenris. Uh, I don't know who. I don't know if it's revealed that anyone else is. I won't spoil that for you because you find a few more people out on that. But yeah, Olga is around because Tsar Nicholas has her investigating Zubov. Like, he was a general for Rusviet during the war, but he's kind of going solo. He's kind of becoming a solo contractor, so he's under investigation. And basically, Olga hires Yannick. She's like, work with him, kill the people he wants you to kill, be his machine. I need to know what's going on. And then after that, it's just 4 more missions of you being like, "Yep, he's bad. You already
Yep.
know he's bad because you saw him in the meeting, but he's bad, guys. Why am I still doing this? Please make me stop." Because after that, yeah, you have the 2 missions where you're basically breaking into Saxony and then stealing like a refinery. And then the mission after that, you're hunting down Eindrich, the scientist from Kolno and Chaos with the blimp. You're trying to kidnap him. And then the last one, you're breaking into Tesla City. Yeah.
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 Tesla's an asshole.
And this one, this line of the theme in the Rusviet side of it, I'd say is also probably paranoia, but less so from hey, there's enemies that are still here and we don't know if they're gonna leave. Hey, the tech is scaring us. This one's more of a, hey, are we the bad? This one's like, are we the bad guys? Is it us?
It's very much like that. We don't know who the bad guy is, but is it us? Maybe who knows? I mean, the whole time, like when you're playing as Yannick in the 4th mission, when you're infiltrating Saxony, and you come across the undercover soldiers. He's like, "Wait a minute, you're undercover? Yeah. Why wouldn't we be?
Come on."
It's like, that sounds very bad guy-ish. No. We're the good guys. We're the good guys.
We're the good guys. We're the good guys. And I do think Rusviet would benefit from more Olga missions because I'd more interested in seeing that dynamic of, hey, are we the bad guys from her side? I get why they don't do it because I think that's traveled territory in the next chapter that you'll play, which I think you will like the best. But it just kind of feels like a repeated thread where here you have this Polania character, Yannick, who is now essentially Rusviet, for better or worse. And it's him being on the other side and being like, oh, the other side does suck. The guys who I thought
No.
the guys who I thought were bad, they're
Very
bad. They're
Yeah.
bad, man. They're so bad. I'm scared.
I mean, I get it to the extent of like, yeah, you kind of have to force it. Like, somewhat, like, it's like, okay, yeah, you know they're bad, but here's why they're bad. So
Well,
like, I get it.
well, and also to complicate it, it's like Rusviet bad, but also Fenris badder.
Well, right, no, it's like, no, like Rusviet is being used. Like, yeah, they are the bad guys, but they're being used by the even worse force.
Yeah, they're those in power of the Rusviet. They're like, hey, I have ultimate power, but I could have ultimate power.
Right, like, why would I
So
stop at the country when I can stop go to for the world?
I
Like,
want it
come
all.
on.
I
Want
want
it all.
whatever Tesla's building. I want it. I want it now. Give it to me. Give it to me now. Anything else on this one? I like them. I do like Rusviet's Max, not as much as Polania's,
I
but
mean
I do like a good Colico. I do like a good Colico. They're just little frogs, and they're just boop 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 boop. Fire grenade, fire grenade.
I mean, overall, I think weapon-wise, like, this was the better campaign. Not mechs, just weapons.
Weapons, combat wise, is good as well. Like I said, Polania's gets a little too tutorial, a little too much tutorial.
It does, and at the same time, though, it makes sense. Like you're not like this huge. You're not Rusviet. You pretty much for the good chunk of it, you are basically like this. Hey, we're a ragtag group of people. We're gonna take whatever we can, and we're gonna make it work.
And yeah, you're you're a country caught in the middle between two superpowers, and you're like, oh God, please don't step on me. And then by the end of it, you're like, well, I'm going to step on you. Actually,
Yeah, like when you fuck with me, I fuck with you.
anything else about Rusviet?
No, like I said, the only one I was like, was just the sneaking. I like the lore of it, like as far as like the information you're getting, the context you're getting, but oh, you gotta sneak around this patrol. You gotta sneak around this patrol. Okay, now you can kind of moves, around this group of people and hear like their take of it all.
Story
No more
wise,
sneaking.
it does feel bare. And again, that's why I think the one where you're sneaking around as Olga is not as bad as I used to think.
I'm just saying, like of all of them that I've played so far, I was like,
Mm.
yeah, could have done without it. And please, is that the only am I gonna run into any more like, hey, we gotta sneak? We're gonna have to sneak. Hey, there's not just one of me now. There's 100 of us. You're gonna have to. This is Final Fantasy 7 over again with the statues. Hey, you got to run past these statues, not get caught by the guards, and then you got to get Barrett and Tifa to follow you.
You just don't like stealth missions.
I like stealth missions in games where it makes sense. In an RTS, it doesn't make sense.
I think you can make anything in any game make sense. You just have to give me the context. And again, I think Rusviet might be the weakest part of the campaign just because of the lack of variety. And this thing that you don't like, I like it because it gives us a
Hey.
little variety.
Okay, if you're gonna do it, make it realistic. Not this. Hey, I've got to be very quiet. I've got to get around these guards. What do you need me to do?
What do you need me to
Okay.
do?
Like she's screaming, and she's like right behind the group. I gotta be quiet. I gotta be quiet. Yes, I will follow your lead.
On my way.
On my way. You're screaming it like literally
Olga, shut
the
the
whole
fuck
fucking
up.
the whole entire campus can hear you. Jesus Christ!
Does
Shut the fuck up.
Does the tiger roar? Shut the fucking tiger up.
That's another thing. Why don't they really they introduce the tiger, but then the tiger just kind of like,
So I think Olga does get her time to shine in the Rusviet Revolution campaign.
and that makes sense, but it's like, oh, we were dealing with Anna and her bear for the longest time. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I thought for a minute when I saw the tiger, it's like, oh, we're about to get the fucking tiger. This is fucking cool.
He does some cool stuff. Like when she's not in position, she can ride the tiger into war.
See, that's fun. Okay, that shit's cool. Like they probably would have introduced more of that. If the sneaking mission was her fucking riding her tiger.
But you can't ride the tiger when you're stealthing. You got to be
Yes, you
sneaky.
can.
There's nothing sneaky about riding a tiger.
Have you ever heard a tiger sneak on you before? No, because guess what? You'd be dead.
No, because it would have killed. It would have killed me. The tiger's not looking like I could kill him, but I'm not going to.
Exactly. It could easily kill you, and you never even hear it come unless it went.
Don't. No more ASMR. Don't do it. I see you looking. Stop it. All right, we're gonna put a pin in it right there. We're gonna come back next week and do Saxony. I'm gonna hit up those discords and see if we can get some, because that was fun. I liked reading. I felt like I was reconnecting with those guys. That was nice. Vaughn, Slime. Who else was that? That was Vaughn, Slime, Bear, Bobby. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for the contributions there. Your check's in the mail. Yeah. I was waiting to see what you would say, Josh. Are you
Sorry, I got a pop up all of a sudden. It's like, oh, your McAfee subscription expired. It's
like, bitch? No, bitch, no.
I haven't had McAfee in over 5 years, 6 years. Like, why are you
Don't
sending me that shit now?
don't click it. Don't click it. They're looking at your face right now, Josh. We got to get out of here. It's getting dangerous. Let's plug our stuff and get the fuck out of here. Everybody, you can find me on Blue Sky at nickkaufman.com. That's also my website where I have all my writing stuff, including stuff from Hollywood Times with a $ S at the S at the end of Hollywood Times is a $. The website is called Hwood Times. This is a nightmare to market because I have to point those things out, or folks are very confused. And then the GG Tribune, which is just ggtribune.com. That is my video game satire site. That's better than the rest of them. It's better. I'm just going to say that. It's the best video game satire website ever. And it's the best website to read on the toilet. I said it. And I'm not taking it back. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Nick Fat Night, where my Iron Harvest videos still do pretty well, apparently. Really cool. Oh yeah, and check out my album, Memoirs and Manifestos. It's on SoundCloud, it's on Bandcamp, it's on YouTube. Just look up Nick Kaufman Manifest. God damn it, are people gonna type Nick Kaufman Manifesto?
Yeah, your FBI agent has been informed.
Oh God, I'm in trouble. All right. Look, when I'm job hunting, people are going to type in Nick Kaufman and it's going to say Nick Kaufman and it's going to do that weird thing where it doesn't read all the words and it'll go ... manifesto. I'm fucked. Okay. Josh, where can everybody find you?
Find me anywhere and everywhere. I'm Josh Saying.
I love it. And go check out Josh's top 10 over on smashinggametime.com. That's his top 10 games of the year so far. He got his in first, so he wins the prize. He wins all the love.
Although I think everybody lost because it took us 2 months to do it.
It's fine. It's fine. It updates the list. It keeps it fresh. Yeah, smashinggametime.com. Podcast is over there. Written word is over there. Go check it out. Thank you to Alex Marvin Clark for our intro and outro song, Hunt Him Down. We've got a link to his SoundCloud down in the show notes, so go check that out. That's it. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go play some more Iron Harvest, everybody. Everybody has been smashing game time. I hope you had a smashing great time. We're going to see each and every one of you next time.